And then Teddy Roosevelt was the first president to actually have a government-owned car at the White House. On the subject of the White House, it actually used to be referred to as the President's Palace or the Executive Mansion until President Roosevelt officially named it the White House in 1901. Danny New, ABC News, New York.
Coming up in our next hour of Good Morning Northwest, the Pasco man who was killed in King County after a tree fell on his car has been identified. And Walla Walla police are searching for the person responsible for stealing around $45,000 worth of collectible trading cards. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Monday morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:59 on February 19th. Happy President's Day. We'll check in right away on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, what can we expect as we're just waking up?
It's not going to be the prettiest of days for a lot of folks that do have a long holiday weekend, Jessica. But we do have better weather in the forecast by the end of the week and into next weekend. So that's good news. Right now, we're starting off dry in Pasco. This is what it looks like out of our Dust Devils sky cam. Visibility looking pretty good for those of you that do have to go to work today. Dense fog advisory, though, in effect for the foothills of the Blues, Dayton, Walla Walla, Pendleton, until 10 o'clock this morning. That is where visibility has dropped to below a quarter of a mile now in Walla Walla and down into Pendleton. So if you're traveling to these areas or out of these areas, you need to allow for some extra travel time. You need to take it easy on the roads. Tri-Cities, we're cloudy this morning, 37. Shower chances going up later this morning into the early afternoon, and then I think we'll be mostly cloudy by the time you're heading home from work, 44 degrees. So a chilly day. In Yakima, 37 degrees, lots of clouds. Showers around lunchtime, highs around 44. And in Walla Walla, we're starting off foggy. Temperatures just above the freezing mark, highs only in the lower 40s later on today with that chance for rain. Like I mentioned, the weather gets better by the end of the week. We'll show you that 7-day forecast coming up. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. In crime news now, police said one person was stabbed in Richland on Friday. This was just before 4 p.m. The Richland Police Department responded to a call for help in the 300 block of Cottonwood Drive. Officials say one person is in the hospital with a non-life-threatening stab wound, and the suspect ran from the scene. RPD officers asked the public to stay clear of the area due to a safety concern on a Facebook post, but have since cleared the area and deemed it safe. And a Pasco man was found dead after a tree fell onto his car on State Route 18 near Issaquah, and this was Wednesday. Officials identified the man as 23-year-old Ricardo Lopez Gayton. Washington State Patrol troopers said the man was traveling eastbound on State Route 18 just before 9 p.m. when the tree fell onto the barrier from the south side of the roadway. The tree then hit Gayton's vehicle, and Gayton was pronounced dead at the scene. There was nobody else in the car at the time of the crash, and also at this time, it's unknown what caused the tree to fall. An alleged scammer who operated in Yakima has been indicted for impersonating a U.S. Marshal and fraudulently obtaining $39,000. The indictment alleges that Sharmaro Vijay Strothers and an unnamed co-schemer called a victim, told her she was speaking with law enforcement, and that an active warrant was out for her arrest. The co-schemer then told the woman she would need to meet Strothers near Egley's bail bonds in Yakima and pay a $14,000 bond to avoid arrest. When she arrived, Strothers allegedly approached the victim, collected the cash, and presented her with a handwritten receipt with the fraudulent case number. The scam was ran again on the same victim, this time for $25,000, and allegedly told the victim he could not identify himself because he was a U.S. Marshal.
This was entirely a scam, and the individual was brought 2 times to pay Mr. Struthers money, believing that he was a U.S. Marshal and trying to avoid the complications of an arrest.
Walla Walla police are investigating a suspected theft after a local comic and game store, Digital Heroes, says a package that held $45,000 worth of merchandise vanished from a FedEx truck. The incident occurred on February 6th when a shipment containing 5 graded cards disappeared while out for delivery. The missing cards include a 1986 Michael Jordan rookie card, and 4 Magic the Gathering cards from the original 1993 Alpha release. The store is asking that anybody with information help them get the cards back, no questions asked. And both lanes of I-82 eastbound near Wapato are closed after an embankment failure that was discovered last week, and it's only gotten worse. According to authorities, an irrigation culvert under the highway partially collapsed due to corrosion and age, which led to the embankment failure. And more damage occurred during the excavation process, which impacted the other side of the highway. There is no estimated time to reopen, but in the meantime, eastbound traffic will detour off I-82 at exit 37A and use US 97, McDonald Road, and State Route 22 to get back to the highway. Westbound travelers will detour off at exit 50 onto Buena Road and take Yakima Valley Highway and Donald Wapato Road to return to I-82. And construction on the new Benton County Election Center has begun. Benton County is working to modernize the election center after recently purchasing the old Kennewick Fire Station by the administration building. The county hopes to make parking at the election center more convenient for the community. And Riley Alero, the construction manager, says he's hoping people will notice the difference.
We figured in this project we'd be able to extend the parking and create just more space for both staff and the public to park at. And as far as the directional signage goes, as we develop this campus, the intent will be to build on these signs and add some clarity as to where the facilities are.
The goal is to be ready for November's general election, but Alero says he's hoping to finish even earlier by mid-August of this year. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a new study from the University of Washington says that some fast food may be even worse for you than you originally thought. And looking outside, temperature dropped by 1 degree. It's 37 degrees now, and that sunrise is at 6:54. We'll be back with more headlines right after this.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Buy more, save more during the fantastic 4-day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 fantastic days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. With the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to design a new living room, dining room, bedroom, or fall into a new mattress. And check out doorbusters while they last. Plus, get 6 years no interest financing. But don't wait, the fantastic 4-day sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Dear all-wheel drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Yours, Toyota all-wheel drive sedans.
Toyota has 22 all-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive vehicles, more than any other brand. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Every 15 minutes, someone is involved in a semi-truck collision in the U.S. Whatever the cause, big trucks mean big crashes, resulting in serious, even fatal injuries, large medical bills, and loss of wages. If you've been injured in a crash with a big rig, call Abeta Nelson Injury Law today. We've handled the most big truck accidents in Central Washington over the last 40 years, recovering millions for our clients. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your health news, the FDA first asked for research on what happens when a type of chemical called phthalates gets into your food 2 years ago. And some of that research is being done here in Washington, showing how dangerous this type of chemical can be for babies before they're born. Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner spoke to one of the researchers at the University of Washington about their findings.
Regulating these phthalates has been an ongoing kind of effort by the FDA.
Phthalates are a type of chemical commonly found in plastic, and we're learning more about what happens if they leach from the plastic into your food.
Exposures to phthalates during pregnancy are well known to be linked with numerous poor health outcomes in the child. These include preterm birth, disrupted child reproductive development, and lower IQ.
Researchers at the University of Washington found that expectant moms who ate more fast food or ultra-processed food that's designed to be able to sit on the shelf for a long time had higher exposure to these potentially dangerous chemicals.
And many phthalates are still approved for use in food contact applications. One example is PVC or vinyl gloves used in the food industry. Handling foods while wearing these gloves can result in phthalates absorbing into the foods. Surprisingly, some of these gloves are upwards of 30 to 40% by weight of the chemicals. So these are additives to the plastic, but in some cases, like with the gloves, it makes up a large proportion of the actual material of the glove.
Researchers say this is another reason to try and make sure you're eating mostly fresh, minimally processed foods like fruits and vegetables and whole grains. But ultimately, the government needs to step in to make sure that food sold in the United States is safe.
Really, the burden of reducing these chemical exposures should not be on the consumers or on pregnant people. It would be much better if we had policy or regulations that could keep these chemicals out of our food.
Efforts from both individual companies and government regulators are currently underway to reduce phthalate contamination in foods. But we have to ensure these chemicals aren't replaced with something that's just as bad or even worse. And also there's new help for people with multiple food allergies. So on Friday, the Food and Drug Administration approved Xolair, a medication that can help to lessen the severity of those allergic reactions. So it works like this. Patients take an injection of Xolair once every 2 or 4 weeks. Then if they accidentally ingest something they're allergic to, the reaction is milder. And Xolair is not meant for the emergency treatment of allergic reactions. The drug was originally invented to treat allergic asthma. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Saturday was the 70th anniversary of a first aid staple in the Tri-Cities. We'll hear from the owners of the Roll Arena Skate Center about 7 decades of a family business. And taking a look outside, it's 37 degrees. Sunrise is at 6:54. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. That is right when we come back.
Spectrum Internet delivers with fast and reliable speeds nationwide, so there's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Now get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Visit Spectrum.com or call 844-242-1479. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security and privacy for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 with advanced Wi-Fi and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited free for 12 months. Start saving today. Go to Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, call 844-242-1479, or scan to call now.
Now is the perfect time to get a big deal on a brand new Honda. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means deals on Pilot, on CR-V, on HR-V, on Accord, on Civic, and the rest of the Honda lineup. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% APR financing on Accord, Civic, and CR-V. But don't wait. For big deals on America's best brand, hurry into your Southeastern Washington Honda dealer today.
It's a home unlike any other.
It's not a hotel, it's not a motel, it's something that you can feel at home in.
In a magnificent setting.
Make you feel like you're in another world.
The Schweitzer Castle. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live, Will Trent star Ramon Rodriguez and the Daytona 500 winner. Plus, live heads to Vegas, February 27th through March 1st.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. I know the weather has been dreary and unsettled lately, so if you need something to look forward to, how about the holiday countdown? We're 20 days away from daylight saving time, 27 from St. Patrick's Day, spring. I know a lot of you are probably excited for the start of the spring season. 29 days away from that and 41 days now away from Easter Sunday. This morning, things are quiet for the most part. We do have a dense fog advisory in effect for Dayton, Walla Walla, and Pendleton because visibility has dropped to below a quarter of a mile. So that's where the fog has developed along the foothills of the Blues. You can clearly see that with our visibility map. So if you're traveling to Walla Walla for work or to Pendleton or even out of Walla Walla out of Pendleton, take it easy on the roads, allow for some extra travel time, and just watch for rapidly changing visibility because that's certainly a possibility. The rest of us starting off in the 30s. It's cloudy out there. 37 in the Tri-Cities, 39 at Hanford, 35 Prosser, 39 at Toppenish, and 34 degrees in Pendleton. We did have a couple of very light showers move through overnight. That light rain now north and east of Dayton. So as you head off for your morning drive, if you do have to work today, if you don't have to work today, hopefully you could stay in bed a little bit longer. We are watching some more shower activity develop to our south. This is the storm system that's going to move northward, so we will see more development in the next couple of hours. And our future track showing that. So dry 7, 8, 9 o'clock, and then by 10, 11 o'clock, we start to see the showers move in from the south. This is just going to be some very light rain. It's not going to add up to much, maybe a few hundredths. That's it. As we take into the afternoon, things start to quiet down. So I think for your evening drive, most of you will probably be dry, just mostly cloudy. And it's going to be on the chilly side still. Low and middle 40s. Our average high this time of year in the middle of February, 50 degrees. So nowhere near that today, but we will get to our average and even surpass our average as we head into the rest of this week. So good news on the horizon. As we take you into tonight, can't rule out a spotty shower here and there. Otherwise, patchy fog will be possible early tomorrow morning, so you'll want to keep it here to Good Morning Northwest. We'll have updates tomorrow morning. Temperatures down in the lower 30s early on your Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon, I think the clouds will dominate, mostly cloudy. A couple of showers possible along the foothills of the Blues. The rest of us maybe a stray shower, but drier than today. Temperatures tomorrow around 50 degrees in the Tri-Cities, upper 40s near 50 in Walla Walla, 47 in Yakima. Here's your 7-day forecast. We have a good chance for showers today. Not going to rain all day long. The best chances will be late morning, early afternoon. Then we have a slight chance for a shower Tuesday, Wednesday, but temperatures are climbing to around 50, so that's more tolerable this time of year. Low to middle 50s by the end of the weekend. Yakima 44, 47 tomorrow, 49 on Wednesday, 50 Thursday and Friday. Walla Walla, good chance for showers today. We'll keep that chance for showers tomorrow and Wednesday. And then we have 50s and drier weather by the end of the week. 43 in Hermiston, 51 tomorrow, 50 degrees on Wednesday, low middle 50s by the end of the week and into the weekend. So the weekend finally looking good, Jessica. We always like to see the nicer weather arrive on the weekend.
Thank you, Tiffany, and you are absolutely right. I love seeing nicer weather on weekends. And also this past weekend was the 70th anniversary for a favorite business here in the Tri-Cities. The Roll Arena Skating Center is celebrating 7 decades in Richland. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live in studio. Good morning, Riley. You were there, so how was the celebration?
It was so much fun. Good morning, Jessica. It was popping in there. I heard it was basically consistently busy the entire day, and it was definitely busy when I was stopped by. 7 decades is definitely something to be proud of, especially under one family. I talked with owners Alan and Judy Bacon and one of their daughters, Kelsey, who's planning to take the reins one of these days. What I really wanted to know was, in 70 years, what has changed?
Everything has changed. In other ways, nothing has changed.
It was a day to look back on history, and a lot of people saying, do you remember when? Spotlighting stories dating back 70 years at the hotspot of many family favorite memories. Howard and Grace Bacon opened the Roll Arena Skating Center in 1953. It was 1977 when their son Alan took over the family business. Over time, technology is one of the biggest things that has changed in the 70-year history.
Technology for the construction of the skates, the music delivery, the lighting system, all of that has evolved over time, and I expect that it will continue to do so.
The Roll Arena is a staple for kids' birthday parties and teenage dates, and it stayed that way all while staying in the same family. The Bacons say their daughter Kelsey has taken on the role of general manager, and soon the future of the iconic skating rink will be with her.
Life just kind of has worked out so that I'm in the right place at the right time, and it's an exciting opportunity to be able to carry on the business another 70 years. I think that would be really fun to see what happens in the next couple decades.
Admission and concession proceeds at the 70th anniversary skate were donated to My Friend's Place, a homeless shelter for teenagers. And the Roll Arena is also matching those funds raised.
So it was exciting to be able to help them, and then the last 10 years we've been able to do a lot more fundraisers, and they've been able to grow, and they have more support from the community as well.
More than $33,000 have been raised by the Roll Arena in the past decade for My Friend's Place. While some traditions may be new and programs have changed, skaters know that the Roll Arena is still on the same roll that it's always been on.
So a lot of people come in and see the barreled roof, and that never changes, but everything else has changed. But what hasn't changed is the fun of being on 8 wheels and hanging out with family and friends. That will never change.
Kelsey says the Roll Arena has a really strong adults night weekly on Thursdays of all those people who used to skate there as kids. And so everyone knows I'm a Richland girl, born and raised, Jessica, so I had to bring this one out for today.
Oh my goodness, that is the cutest thing.
We called it vintage earlier because they don't do roller hockey anymore at the Roll Arena. So this is my Roll Arena roller hockey jersey. I think it was from maybe 2009 or 2010 that I took part in one season. And again, they don't have roller hockey anymore, but you can read all about the programs that they've got on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Jessica, I can't believe I still have this.
I can't believe it either. So this was very sentimental for you.
Oh, definitely.
I'm glad you got to see it.
Thank you. I have so many memories at the Roll Arena, so it was a lot of fun.
I will have to make some. I need to check it out.
We will. All right, I'll send it back to you.
For adult night. There we go. All right, and when we return on Good Morning Northwest, police in Livingston, Texas announced a person of interest is in custody as they continue to search for an 11-year-old girl who's been missing since Thursday.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
It's time to play Get to Know the Raptors and Alice. Favorite food?
Pizza, duh. Ribeye steak, rare.
A bowl of cantaloupe the size of a swimming pool.
Favorite triple play attraction?
2 words, arcade. The entire Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park.
Zipline. It's great for talking with guests.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more. All attached to a cozy hotel.
Cantaloupe, really?
Steak, really?
At the Pacific Clinic, we understand the juggle of parenthood. That's why the PC is your one-stop shop for all your health, sports, and medical needs. Schedule your appointments around your favorite group fitness classes and use our on-site childcare services.
From women's health to care for your little ones, we practice a comprehensive approach to keep your family feeling great.
With our quick and convenient scheduling, we'll get you in within the same week, often the next day. Call us today at 509-783-5465.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
The President's Day Overstock clearance is on now at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores with special offers and overstock discounts on over $10 million of in-stock furniture and mattresses for every room in your home.
Get that new bedroom set or that living room furniture you've been waiting for, or the new hot styles that just arrived with 0% interest financing during the President's Day sale going on now at Walker's.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Why isn't the Fred Meyer shooter going to prison? Apple Valley News Now at 5 and 6 Tuesday.
Welcome back. Now to Texas and new clues in the search for a missing girl. Her father's roommate is now in custody, described as a person of interest in the case. Here's ABC's Allison Kosick.
This morning, major developments in the search for 11-year-old Audrey Cunningham, reported missing last week north of Houston.
There's not words for it.
Authorities have arrested 42-year-old Don Stephen McDougal on a separate assault charge, saying he's a person of interest in the search for Audrey. They say he's the roommate of Audrey's father and has an extensive criminal history, including a conviction for enticing a minor in 2008.
We are hopeful that we can bring Audrey home alive, and that's what we are absolutely working for right now. But based on the evidence that we've got, we understand that foul play is a factor as well.
Audrey's mother says her daughter was last seen around 7 a.m. last Thursday when she was supposed to catch her school bus, not far from the home she shares with her father.
She was allegedly dropped off at her bus stop. And later on, we come to learn that she never even made it on the bus.
Police are now searching for this 2003 blue Chevy Suburban, saying it belongs to McDougal. Investigators also found Audrey's backpack near a local dam and say other items were found, but they're not elaborating.
You're broken, you're mad, you're lost, you're empty, and right now I'm empty.
Despite his prior conviction for enticing a minor, our Houston station KTRK says Don Stephen McDougal was not required to register as a sex offender. A $7,000 reward is offered for information on Audrey's whereabouts. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, former President Donald Trump is being criticized for remaining silent on the death of Russian lawyer Alexei Navalny as he continues his campaign for the White House. And lawmakers in Washington, D.C. are calling on House Speaker Mike Johnson to approve the Senate funding bill.
Next Extra. It's the one award show where Taylor and Travis are both nominated, and Lenny Kravitz hits music icon status.
All the stars were on the carpet tonight at the People's Choice Awards.
Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Prepare to be swept off your feet at Legends Casino Hotel in February. Win a chance to play the Planet Love game board every Thursday, and you could claim up to $25,000. Who needs a crummy box of chocolates or bouquet of wilted flowers when you can score between $1,500 and $25,000 just by using your Legends rewards card to earn entries? Come on, do you really want all that romance stuff in February or a big wad of lustful loot? Land on Planet Love at Legends Casino Hotel for a chance to win thousands.
The Chevy Silverado. With available Super Cruise connected by OnStar. Only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free. It'll help you get to the adventure energized, and it'll help drive you home. Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2024 Silverado 1500 models, or get $5,000 total value on this Silverado High Country when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
See your community Chevy dealers.
When a rookie stunt driver meets the trainer who thought he'd seen it all. Again. There's bound to be action. But this is no ordinary blockbuster. It's a Nissan sales event ad, so you better act fast. Don't miss out on impressive President's Day savings.
Let's roll.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,000 in MAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Hurry into the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Do you experience persistent hand pain, numbness, or discomfort? Prosser Memorial Health board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Sam Strebel specializes in advanced procedures including endoscopic carpal tunnel release and trigger finger release. Relieve hand discomfort with expert care and call Prosser Orthopedic Center today at 509-786-5599 to schedule an appointment. This is how we care.
He is incredibly dangerous. He should not be released.
After a deadly shooting at Richland's Fred Meyer, why isn't the shooter going to prison?
It doesn't feel like justice was fully done here.
Find out when the county prosecutor talks to Apple Valley News Now at 5 and 6 Tuesday.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, the death of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny has led to criticism of former President Donald Trump as he stayed silent while on the campaign trail. And President Biden and Senator Schumer are among those calling on House Speaker Johnson to pass the latest funding bill. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:30 on Monday, February 19th. Happy President's Day. Some of you might be home and have the day off. So let's check in right away on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, what can people expect as they're waking up or heading out the door this morning if they are going to work?
It's going to be a chilly start, Jessica, and we're currently dry, but the chance for showers stays in the forecast today. So take the umbrella with you, bundle up. Temperatures are in the mid and upper 30s, 37 degrees. Visibility looking good in Pasco. This is what it looks like out of our Dust Devils sky cam there, and winds are fairly light. The sun rises in about 25 minutes, but we do have a dense fog advisory out for the foothills of the Blues, Dayton, Walla Walla, Pendleton. That is where visibility has dropped to near zero, so below a quarter of a mile right now in Pendleton. Walla Walla, you're back up to 1, but I bet you drop back down to near zero once we get closer to sunrise here. So here's your commute forecast. I think many of you driving to work. Those of you that do have to work, if you have off today, enjoy it. I think you'll be dry during your morning and evening commute with temperatures in the 30s this morning, only 44 this evening. The chance for rain is primarily going to be during the late morning and early afternoon hours. You could see those rain chances going up closer to lunchtime and then going back down as we get into the late afternoon. Now we are looking at a big warm up by the end of the work week. We'll show you that and show you when the 50s return coming up. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. Around the world now, former President Donald Trump slammed by his Republican presidential rival, Nikki Haley, for remaining largely silent on the death of Alexei Navalny, Russia's leading opposition figure, as the Biden administration points its right finger at Vladimir Putin for Navalny's abrupt death. Trump has only posted on social media comparing himself to the late anti-corruption activist. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest.
Former President Trump still staying silent on the death of Vladimir Putin's fiercest critic, Alexei Navalny, despite making multiple appearances since Russia claimed Friday Navalny felt unwell and collapsed in a Russian prison.
If we win Michigan, we win the whole ball game. We win everything.
The former president has only posted on social media comparing himself to Navalny, claiming without evidence that the U.S. justice system has been weaponized against him. Trump's remaining challenger on the Republican presidential primary, Nikki Haley, criticizing him for neglecting to directly weigh in on Navalny's death.
Either he sides with Putin and thinks it's cool that Putin killed one of his political opponents, or he just doesn't think it's that big of a deal.
This coming days after Trump also set off alarms saying he would encourage Russia to attack NATO allies who fail to meet agreed-upon defense spending goals.
We need to remind the American people that Vladimir Putin is not our friend.
Russian prison officials claim Navalny, who is serving a 19-year jail term for offenses widely considered politically motivated, died from, quote, sudden death syndrome. But Navalny's team insists he was murdered. They say his mother was told that her son's body would not be released until investigations were complete.
So right now we don't have access to the body and we don't know for sure where it is.
Russian police have been cracking down, arresting hundreds of people across Russia for trying to pay their respects to Navalny.
Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, Navalny's death, along with the fall of a key city in eastern Ukraine this weekend, have added urgency to the debate of passing more aid for Ukraine's war against Russia. But House Republicans have insisted no more foreign aid until more border security has passed. And Ukraine is running low on weapons and munitions amid the Russian invasion. One reason for the lack of supplies is Congress's inability to pass an aid package. And this comes as the Kremlin recently overtook a key city in Ukraine. The Senate passed a $95 billion foreign aid bill last week, with $60 billion earmarked for Ukraine. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer released a statement yesterday demanding that House Speaker Mike Johnson and House Republicans pass the funding bill. Johnson and others in the GOP have issues with the bill, saying it lacks provisions for migrants trying to enter the U.S. Schumer posting on social media, the bill is, quote, sitting on Speaker Johnson's desk while Putin waits to see if the U.S. will act. President Joe Biden says the U.S. can't turn its back on Ukraine.
Look, the Ukrainian people have fought so bravely and heroically. They put so much on the line. And the idea that now, when they're running out of ammunition, we walk away, I find it absurd. I find it unethical. I find it just contrary to everything we are as a country.
The House of Representatives is in recess until the end of this month, and President Biden blasted House lawmakers, calling their two-week vacation, quote, outrageous. And the United States is threatening to veto a new Gaza ceasefire resolution at the United Nations Security Council. U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, issued a statement Saturday night. It said the U.S. would not vote for an Algerian proposed resolution calling for humanitarian ceasefire. Thomas-Greenfield says the U.S. is working on a deal between Israel and Hamas. That deal would see the release of hostages and a pause of fire of at least 6 weeks. Last Wednesday, Arab countries in the UN reaffirmed their support for the Algerian resolution, which includes unblocked humanitarian relief. Palestinian ambassador to the UN, Riyad Mansour, urged other countries to act. Ambassador Thomas-Greenfield says the U.S., quote, will be candid with Israeli and regional leaders. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we'll introduce you to a woman who's about to be 100 years old, even though she's only celebrating her 25th birthday. And looking outside, the sun is coming out just a little tiny bit, 37 degrees. We'll be back with meteorologist Tiffany Savona, and she'll have your first alert full forecast that is coming up shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Special Agent Will Trent, GBI. What can I do for you? Boom, boom, boom. I have reason to believe someone's trying to kill you. Faith, we found a bomb. You got 6 minutes to clear the building.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and one Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
Looking for a car with more room for adventure? Make your presence known when you drive away in a new 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive from Overturf Kia. Now only $29,999. Plus, get 4.25% interest for up to 48 months. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
It's the President's Day mattress event at Walker's, where this week when you purchase a Serta iComfort or a Beautyrest Black Hybrid, you'll get up to $300 of free furniture plus a $100 prepaid MasterCard with special financing available now this week at Walker's.
It's a home unlike any other.
It's not a hotel, it's not a motel, it's something that you can feel at home in.
In a magnificent setting.
Make you feel like you're in another world.
The Schweitzer Castle. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next ET.
What a night, what a night, what a night.
ET Vault Unlocked Oprah. 5 decades of never-before-seen interviews.
You know you've made it when Entertainment Tonight is talking to you.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. An Oklahoma woman is about to turn 100 years old, but it's really only her 25th birthday. Mary Forsyth was born on February 29th of 1924, a leap day. And since leap years only come around every 4 years, she'll technically celebrate her 25th birthday this year. And the party got started a little early with this community gathering. During non-leap years, people like Mary usually celebrate their birthday on either February 28th or March 1st. And History.com reports only about 5 million people worldwide have a leap day birthday. She is younger than me, technically. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a scary moment for cyclists on the west side after a cougar attacked a group of cyclists rising a trail. And looking outside, it's getting brighter and lighter, 37 degrees. Sunrise is at 6:54. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has more in that first alert full forecast, and that's next.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
It's a great time to improve your sleep and pay less during the President's Day mattress event at Walker's.
Enjoy the best selection of all your favorite mattress brands. And with select iComfort or Beautyrest Black Hybrid mattress purchases, you'll get up to $300 of free furniture plus a $100 prepaid MasterCard, as well as 5 years no-interest financing.
Making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less.
This week at all Walker's Furniture locations.
Before you head for the slopes, catch the Apple Valley News Now Northwest Ski Report. It's on air during weather, online at applevalleyNewsNow.com or on our mobile app. The Northwest Ski Report from Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Schweitzer Mountain Resort in Sandpoint, Idaho.
At Spec Buick GMC, Eastern Washington's truck headquarters, get up to 10% off MSRP on a new GMC Sierra or gets rates as low as 3.9% for 60 months. Whether you're looking for a half-ton, three-quarter-ton, or one-ton truck with almost 200 new and pre-owned trucks in inventory, we've got you covered. As a dealer that only stocks its lot with locally owned vehicles, nobody pays more for your trade. Get incredible deals, low rates, and 90 days till first payment on your next truck at Spec. Spec Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck? Our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Next live, Will Trent star Ramon Rodriguez and the Daytona 500 winner. Plus, live heads to Vegas, February 27th through March 1st.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Today, we seize the day, because at US Cellular, you can get an epic Samsung Galaxy S24 with Galaxy AI.
Even me?
Look under your chair. That's right.
Get the Samsung Galaxy S24 on us, US Cellular.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Hopefully you have the day off and you can stay in bed a little bit longer this morning. If not, if you're getting ready to head out the door, we don't have any visibility issues in Pasco at this time. The sun rising in a couple of minutes, 6:54, so in about 10 minutes. So it's getting brighter a little bit earlier, and the sunset getting a little bit later this time of year. Dense fog advisory in effect for the foothills of the Blues, including Dayton, Walla Walla, and Pendleton. That is where visibility has dropped to near zero, below a quarter of a mile. That's the case in Pendleton. Walla Walla up to a mile, but that number continues to fluctuate. So if you're traveling to Pendleton, traveling to Walla Walla, or traveling out of these communities, you need to allow for some extra travel time. Take it easy on the roads and certainly slow down. Temperatures are in the 30s area-wide. It's 33 in Walla Walla, 33 in Dayton, 34 Pendleton, 37 in the Tri-Cities, 36 in Hermiston, and 39 in Toppenish. First alert radar showing that we did see a few spotty showers overnight. We did have a little bit of light rain move through Dayton earlier. That has now pushed off to the north and east, so all is quiet across the Columbia Basin at this time, but there's some precipitation to our south. Now this will move in over the next few hours in the form of rain to most of the region. And here's the big picture. We do have a big dip in the jet stream, so this upper level low continues to spin, and as it does so, pieces of energy spark off additional showers. Now the heaviest of the rain is clearly going to be across portions of northern and even southern California today. We're just going to see a few spotty showers later this morning into the afternoon, and then things will wind down as we take you into tonight. So here's our future track in a more zoomed in view. We're starting off cloudy this morning, fog along the foothills of the Blues, and then by lunchtime, 11, 12 o'clock, we have that batch of showers moving through the region with snow along the Cascades. That batch of very light rain will last for a couple of hours after lunchtime, but notice by 3 or 4 o'clock, we're going to be drying out. We're still going to be cloudy, and it's still going to be on the chilly side today with highs only in the low and middle 40s. So on the chilly side, just like it was this past weekend. Tonight, can't rule out a spotty shower, but some patchy fog may develop by tomorrow morning as temperatures drop into the lower 30s. And then during the day on Tuesday, not as much shower activity. A couple of showers possible for Walla Walla. The rest of us just mostly cloudy. But the best part about tomorrow is that our temperatures are going up in the right direction. 50 degrees for your high temperature in the Tri-Cities, 51 Hermiston, 53 in Pendleton, 47 in Yakima. And the warming trend continues, so we have a pretty nice week ahead. Unsettled to start off the week, and then Wednesday we're at 50, more sunshine. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, those are the best days. Highs in the middle 50s. Yakima 44 today, 47 tomorrow, 49. You'll eventually make it into the 50s by Thursday and Friday. We have a slight chance for rain in the forecast by the end of the weekend, but it definitely looks more unsettled as we head into next week, but we don't have to worry about that just yet. Here's the next 7 days in Walla Walla. 42, close to 50 Tuesday, Wednesday with a chance for showers, and then we're back in the 50s Thursday, Friday. 43 today in Hermiston. 50s return tomorrow with a slight chance for showers. More sunshine Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And now to a scary story. A group of bikers were attacked by a cougar, but they then managed to pin it down. Julie Calhoun reports.
News of a cougar attack startling to those hitting the trails.
I'm shocked, definitely shocked. Never heard of attack of cyclists. I thought they mostly attack, hikers in remote areas in the wilderness.
It's kind of surprising just because I don't worry about cougar attacks necessarily. Like, I tend to think of them as being pretty rare.
But early Saturday afternoon, a cougar attack on a group of 5 cyclists, injuring a 60-year-old woman. Her fellow bikers pinned down the cougar until a Washington Fish and Wildlife agent was able to get there.
They did struggle with this animal. They did fight back. And if it wasn't for these people, the lady that was attacked would be in much worse shape.
Agents did shoot and kill the cougar, which was a kitten around 6 months old, according to the Fish and Wildlife statewide cougar specialist.
It is likely the younger ones who cause the most trouble because they're still figuring things out. They're still figuring out how to take down prey, what's good.
The group was in a wilderness area along Tokal Creek, 5 miles north of Snoqualmie. A second cougar was spotted by one of the cyclists and took off. While it didn't attack anyone, Fish and Wildlife searched for the animal using hounds to track it. But by nightfall, had to stop the search.
Where this happened was close to a creek, where it's their natural place to follow because that's where prey goes. These bicyclists just happen to be in that place at the wrong time. They don't look for people, to stay away from people 99% of the time.
WDFW says cougar attacks are rare in the state. In the last 100 years, there have been 2 deadly attacks and 20 that left someone hurt, and has advice on what to do if you encounter one.
Don't act like a prey, make noise, act big, don't run, don't approach him.
And now, those biking the trails, keeping an extra eye out.
I'll just be a bit more cautious, yeah.
Julie Calhoun, King 5 News.
And we'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your weather forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, big savings for President's Day.
Washington, Lincoln, FDR. This country was built on great leaders.
Experts say if you're in the market for a new mattress or big-ticket appliances, now is the time to buy.
People are buying mattresses, they're buying washer dryers, they're buying dishwashers. There's not going to be another big sale probably until summer. So this will be a good time to get something new for spring if you're looking out for that.
And that's not all.
President's Day is also a time when retailers might want to move some remaining holiday inventory in the form of sales or clearances or blowouts. We see a lot of retailers from all types of industries getting in on the action because there is a lot of that commercial activity.
Also coming up at 7 a.m., we're telling you the deals that are best for your wallet and which ones to hold off on. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, Oakland, California.
There it is. That feeling you get when you can do more with less asthma. It starts with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Can you picture it? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Now, the morning sprint.
To your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. So police said one person was stabbed in Richland Friday. Just before 4 p.m., the Richland Police Department responded to a call for help in the 300 block of Cottonwood Drive. Officials say one person is in the hospital with a non-life-threatening stab wound, and the suspect ran from the scene. Officers asked the public to stay clear of the area due to a safety concern on a Facebook post, but said the area has since been cleared and is deemed safe. A Pasco man was found dead after a tree fell onto his car on State Route 18 near Issaquah Wednesday. Officials identified the man as 23-year-old Ricardo Lopez Gayton. Washington State Patrol troopers said the man was traveling eastbound on State Route 18 just before 9 p.m. when the tree fell onto the barrier from the south side of the roadway, and the tree then hit Gayton's car. And Gayton was pronounced dead at the scene, and it's unknown what caused the tree to fall. An alleged scammer who operated in Yakima has been indicted for impersonating a U.S. Marshal and fraudulently obtaining $39,000. The indictment alleges that Shamaro Vijay Strothers and an unnamed co-schemer called a victim, told her she was speaking with law enforcement, and that an active warrant was out for her arrest. The co-schemer then told the woman she would need to meet Strothers near Egley's bail bonds in Yakima and pay a $14,000 bond to avoid arrest. The scam was ran again on the same victim, this time for $25,000, and allegedly told the victim he could not identify himself because he was a U.S. Marshal. And Walla Walla police are investigating a suspected theft after a local comic and game store, Digital Heroes, says a package that held $45,000 worth of merchandise vanished from a FedEx truck. The incident occurred on February 6th when a shipment containing 5 freighted cards disappeared while out for delivery. The missing cards include a 1986 Michael Jordan rookie card and 4 Magic the Gathering cards from the original 1993 Alpha release. The store is asking that anybody with information help them get the cards back, no questions asked. And both lanes of I-82 eastbound near Wapato are closed after an embankment failure that was discovered last week, and it's only gotten worse. There's no estimated time to reopen, but in the meantime, eastbound traffic will detour off I-82 at exit 37A and use US 97, McDonald Road, and State Route 22 to get back to the highway. Westbound travelers will detour off at exit 50 onto Buena Road and take Yakima Valley Highway and Donald Wapato Road to return to I-82. Construction on the new Benton County Election Center has begun. Benton County is working to modernize the election center after recently purchasing the old Kennewick Fire Station by the administration building. The county hopes to make parking at the election center more convenient for the community, and the goal is to be ready for November's general election. Riley Alero, the construction manager, says he's hoping to finish even earlier by mid-August of this year.
Good morning. Sun is in the process of rising right now, but the clouds kind of blocking the view there. So we're starting off cloudy in Pasco and across much of the region this morning. This is what it looks like out of our Dust Devil sky cam, but at least the visibility is looking okay for many of us. That's not the case out in Dayton, Walla Walla, and Pendleton. That is where dense fog advisory is in effect until 10 o'clock this morning. Visibility has dropped below a 1/4 mile in parts of Walla Walla and Pendleton. I bet that 1 mile visibility in Walla Walla will drop once again. That's typically what happens once we get around sunrise. As we take a look at the numbers, we are in the mid and upper 30s. It's a chilly start this morning. 37 in the Tri-Cities. Yakima, that just changed up to 39. Walla Walla now down to 32. 33 in Dayton and 35 in Hermiston. So here's what to expect. We're dry right now, but take the umbrella with you because shower chances will be going up as we get into the late morning, early afternoon hours, especially around lunchtime. That's when the best chance for rain will be. Is it a sure bet? No, but that's when the best chance will be all across the region. And the rain, if you see any, it will be on the light side. It's not going to add up to much in the rain gauge. Here's your 7-day forecast. After today, we'll finally get back up to around average Tuesday and Wednesday in the Tri-Cities, and look at the end of the week and into the weekend. Perfect timing there with the sunshine, middle 50s. Yakima 44 today, 47 Tuesday, 49 on Wednesday. We're back in the 50s with more sun Thursday and Friday. Walla Walla will keep that chance for a couple of showers in the forecast tomorrow and Wednesday. 50s return as early as Thursday, and Hermiston 43 today with scattered light rain. 51 Tuesday, 50 degrees on Wednesday. Jessica, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany, and thank you for waking up with us